Apple stock, a big move since Friday's close, and Friday it was good. Traded over 230 on Friday. It's going higher today. Morgan Stanley, once again, naming it a top pick ahead of the iPhone 16 launch. I think, Pete, this will be the most consequential iPhone in a long time, and so does Morgan Stanley. And one of the reasons for that is, of course, the integration of AI in the operating system that will only be available to phones above a certain level. In other words, if you want to get that phone with artificial intelligence, or as Apple calls it, Pete, Apple intelligence, AI, well, you're going to have something, an iPhone 15 or higher. And I think that's going to drive significant volume of sales.
No doubt about it. You're 100% right. I was going to mention that AI, because AI, when you're talking about Apple, is Apple intelligence. It's not artificial intelligence. It's Apple intelligence and what they're able to do. And we talked about this a while back, John, about the fact that Apple, we thought they were kind of laying low. Well, they kind of were, except for all the different acquisitions, small and big acquisitions that they have made in the AI space. So they're talking about driving for record device upgrades. Now, that's something special right there, because we already know who the king is, and the king is Apple. And the king going to record numbers, that I think says a lot about what the perceived acceptance is going to be here. It's going to be absolutely incredible. 500 million iPhones projected shipped in the next 2 years. I would say that's a pretty good size number, John. Wow. And by the way, Apple, they came out, They were at a price target of 216. Obviously, as you said, the stock was 230, 234, 237 on the highs today. Well, 273 is the price target. I think that there's a lot of reasons why, but as we go through this next move in the markets, how about this? Apple is number one again, market cap, 3.6 trillion. They are dwarfing, to this point, NVIDIA right now. It was at about 3.1 trillion. So I'll give you that.
What about the law of big numbers, Pete?
Oh, yeah. Well,
I thought the law of big numbers meant, by the way, folks, the law of big numbers says you could be driving a boat like that because here I am in the harbor. You could be driving a boat like that if you paid attention to what we were talking about Apple, folks. I mean, let's be serious here. Not everybody's going to make enough money from Apple to buy that boat. However, we had unusual activity again, Pete, and we've had it multiple times. There you see on your screen. Thank you, Jared. You see it twice. You see them buying those 9th of August 235 calls. You see them buying the July 26th expiring 222.50 calls. That was an in-the-money call, by the way, when they bought those. And how do you think that worked out? That worked out pretty well. Now, you might not have bought enough of them to get that boat, but you certainly bought enough of them if you were one of our subscribers to maybe make your life a little more fun.
Yeah.
For what you could do. And you could share that with other people. You could potentially give some to the charity of your choice. You could even give it to a political candidate if you chose to. But anyway, I think unusual activity continues to prove to be what Pete and I know it is. And that is a look into the future. Tomorrow's newspaper today, my friends.